Good evening. We have some breaking news. Following the terrorist attack in Charlottesville, Virginia, President Donald Trump has issued a travel ban for all people trying to leave the state of Kentucky, where alleged terrorist Mr. James Alex Fields Jr. is from, citing the terror threat of right-wing extremism and far-right groups whose plots and attacks outnumbered Islamist incidents by almost 2 to 1. President Trump called for tracking down white supremacists, and I quote, where they live, until we can figure out what the hell is going on, end quote.
Unless you're going to know what the words are, or unless you're going to admit what the problem is, you're never going to solve the problem. Anyone who cannot name the enemy cannot lead the country.
Mr. Trump also added that the U.S. government was prepared to take out the families of white nationalist terrorists if necessary.
We're fighting a very politically correct war. Yeah. You get these terrorists, you have to take out their families. They care about their lives, don't kid yourself. But they say they don't care about their lives. You have to take out their families.
Additional national security measures being put into place by the Trump administration include monitoring and surveillance of White Lives Matter Christian churches and groups, where white nationalist terrorists like Mr. Alex Fields Jr. are being radicalized.
We're doing the Lord's work. What is there to be nervous about if you're doing the Lord's work?
But database is okay, and watch list is okay, and surveillance is okay.
Heightened surveillance at airports and expansion of no-fly lists to include any person affiliated with white supremacist or far-right groups. The president declared, "We have to employ extreme vetting to separate the white honest Christians from the terrorists."
The time is overdue to develop a new screening test for the threats we face today. I call it extreme vetting. I call it extreme vetting. Our country has enough problems. We don't need more, and these are problems like we've never had before.
President Trump is also echoing the concerns of the American people, asking the same questions they do of Muslim communities following a terrorist attack. Where are the moderate voices, particularly white pastors who have not all come forward to denounce this violence? The president added, "Why didn't the terrorist's family, teachers, and community inform the authorities of this man's radicalization?"
People in the communities where these people are, they know there's something off. They know there's something going on. People in the area, the people in the neighborhood, they know there's something off with him, and they don't report them to the police. They don't report them to the FBI.
Critics are claiming that the signs of Mr. Alex Fields Jr. radicalization were evident.
He would proclaim himself as a Nazi.
In school?
Yes, it was not a secret.
Mr. Fields' Facebook page included images of alt-right mascot Pepe the Frog, swastikas, Bashar al-Assad, and a baby picture of Adolf Hitler. The president concluded his press conference by saying, "The reality is that the most significant domestic terror threat we face is right-wing extremism."
Where the hatred comes from and why, we will have to determine. We're going to have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. We can't live like this.
Statistically, Mr. Trump stated, "This is the face of terrorism in America. We will hunt them down wherever they are."
We cannot allow a beachhead of terrorism to form inside America. We cannot allow our nation to become a sanctuary for extremists.
All of these actions taken by Mr. Trump have shown to America and the world that when it comes to terrorism, President Trump treats radical Muslims and neo-Nazis in the same way. Good night, and see you next time with a new edition of No Bullshit.
Are you listening? Damn.